The election dust has settled. The results are audited. The IEC staffers are probably relaxing on a beach somewhere, and the new parliament is settling in. We watched the campaigns with interest and thought it might be an idea to check back on digital strategies and see who were the winners and losers on the social media front.
There's nothing the internet doesn't touch, a web of billions of connections. It is the power to make or break celebrities, brands, and yes, politicians. The 2014 elections have been the most technologically intensive polls to date. So what have the various parties been doing differently, and has it helped?
In terms of actual memorable strategies, the DA's was definitely the best and the most memorable. They really researched it. They had a coherent strategy. They were also very lucky. The fact that the SABC banned their ad was great for them. I think that drove a huge amount of awareness for them, both on YouTube and Facebook. If you were on the DA's SMS list, you were getting SMSs the entire day of the elections. They were making very sure that they were pushing people through and not letting you forget. The ANC, on the other hand, seemed to be a little bit slack with their SMSs in certain areas. I know for myself in the Cape area, one would have thought that they would have really had to go for it there. I got one SMS during the day compared to about 5 or 6 from the DA. I think most of the other parties, aside from the ANC, the DA and the EFF, kind of failed miserably with their digital strategies and their social media strategies. I just don't think any of them understood what it was all about. I think Angang, where if you look at the class of people they were going to in terms of the LSM, they really should have beefed up their digital strategy hugely, which they didn't, and I think you can see the effect of that. Going forward, and especially in the municipal elections that are coming up now, I think all the political parties are really going to take advantage of social media and digital. I think the ones that failed miserably and the ones that didn't even try in the last election have realized if you don't use these free platforms that are available to everyone, then it's obviously going to hurt you. But it's not just about using it and sending out a tweet and hoping that it works. If you take a look at the difference between the DA and the ANC's Twitter profiles, yes, the ANC has probably 50% more followers than the DA has, but the DA follows a huge amount of people, and it shows that they're not just using it to tweet out information. They're using it to start a discussion. They're using it to look at feedback. They're trying to get their followers to communicate with them. Twitter is a two-way means of communication, and you have to take advantage of that. SMS is available to just about everyone. I mean, every single voter you would expect would have a cell phone. So if you want to communicate with them, you can send SMSs. There's going to be far more smartphones in the market by the time we have the next election, which does mean Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any other new social media platforms that come out between now and then will all be available. Political parties are now going to have to find their own ways of getting their TV ads out, like the DA did with YouTube. I think the EFF, who like to be controversial, will probably run into the same problems with having the SABC not showing their ads, and they're going to have to find another avenue to do it. And currently, the only other avenue to get that out to your followers is YouTube. So at the end of the day, this is very important for this past election. It's going to be even more important for the next elections. And the importance of digital media and social media is just going to grow with each coming election, because that is the way the world is moving. And the political parties that don't jump on the bandwagon and understand that that's where the future is are not going to be with us in the future.
One of the most profound changes that social media has brought about is the ability to be publicly heard without needing a traditional platform. This is giving citizens a lot more power and making it all the harder for governments to ignore their anger.